Welcome back to Viking FM, Len.
Hi John, nice to see you.
What are the main changes in employment law this year, Len?
The most significant thing is ACAS early conciliation, which came into force on the 6th of April, and that means that every employee, before they bring a claim in an employment tribunal, must complete an early conciliation claim form, and ACAS will then contact both the employee and the employer and try to resolve any disputes before an employment tribunal claim, and that specifically becomes compulsory from the 6th of May this year.
Give us an example of one of these big changes.
Other important changes are, particularly from an employer's point of view, if an employee does bring a claim in the employment tribunal and the employer is found to have breached employment law rights, that they can be fined an additional penalty in relation to up to 50% of the compensation that the employee is awarded. There's a maximum of £5,000 and it is subject to the employer's ability to pay, but employers are now potentially going to be penalised if they unfairly dismiss or breach an employee's rights.
What's the main one for employees then? Because there are changes affecting those people as well, aren't there?
In relation to employees, there's a right to flexible working, which is going to come in from the 30th of June this year, so all employees can request flexible working, and there's an ACAS code of practice in relation to that.
What kind of things are the government doing to help people in work?
There's an ongoing pension enrolment scheme, and this year employers with the number of employers between 350 and 499 have an auto-enrolment into pensions. Employees have to specifically opt out of that, but the government is trying to improve access to pensions for employees. Later this year, the date hasn't actually been specified, there's going to be a work and health advisory service which will allow employers to get medical advice, state provided, for employees who've been off work for more than 6 weeks. Another benefit for employees is that the minimum wage is going up in October to £6.50 per hour for adults. That's from £6.31 at present. It's an above inflation pay rise, but it's still below the £7.65 per hour living wage recommended by the Living Wage Foundation.
Now, there's a consultation, I guess there are always consultations going on at the moment. There's one at the moment about a new class of employee.
A new class of protected characteristics under the Equality Act 2010. They may add caste discrimination as part of race and nationality. There are also developments in case law in relation to whether people can be discriminated against because of their political beliefs. That hasn't yet become law, but there are some case law decisions about that, but not at appeal level, which would become binding.
Okay, Len Mann, thank you very much.